Well, we're here with another episode of Tell Me a Story, and we've got not one, but two surprises. But before we go to those surprises, I want to ask you a question. You've been watching so many stories, and we've seen that there's so much of meaning in, what the Bible says, in what we hear. But have you really thought about one question? Who has authority? Who is responsible? And who has command over us, over the people around us, or, in your schools, in your colleges, in your homes? The big question is, who has the command? Well, the surprises now. We've got two big surprises. Surprise number one, Shelton is back from, I don't know where. Where were you for your holiday, Shelton?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. So you had gone to that place called Nowhere. Yeah, did you have fun in Nowhere? So Shelton was not with us here for a lot of episodes that we've done. It's good to have you back. And we have the second surprise, which is Suzanne. She's here. And she is with us on Tell Me a Story for the first time. Welcome. And here's Leroy. Well, Leroy was here with us. Yay. Okay, so I have a question for you. Who has a lot of authority? What do you think?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, really? Well done, high five on that one. Who do you think has a lot of authority?
My sister.
Your sister, not your mom, not your dad, your sister. Sister has a lot of authority. Who do you think has a lot of
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth. That's a nice one. Queen Elizabeth. I think my cat has a lot of authority because that thing owns me. Like when my cat comes and says food, like it gives you the look like that, like food, you have to be like, yes, food. But keeping jokes aside, authority means what? What does it mean to have authority?
To give orders.
To give orders.
Power.
You have a lot of power.
To take charge on somebody.
To take charge on somebody else. Well, that's really smart. You're very smart. You can smile about that. Like, you should be happy. Yes, to give orders, to have power, to have charge. In that context, our teachers have a lot of authority. Our principal has a lot of authority. The parish priest has a lot of authority. Our leaders have a lot of authority. And don't you think we also have a little bit of authority? Just a little. Just a little. Do you feel like you have authority sometimes?
Yeah.
Over whom? Over what? Over your sister? No. Yes, no, sometimes. Over what do you think you have
My
authority?
smaller brother.
Your younger brother, yes. And you? No? You don't feel like Donald Trump? No, okay. So, we do not have authority sometimes. But today we're going to be doing something that, or rather doing a craft that denotes a lot of authority. Have you all heard about the story of Troy? Or the Roman warriors who had big armies and they used to go to fight? And they used to have a leader. So, Leroy, imagine Leroy is our leader. And Leroy goes, go fight. And without looking at who is there across us, how many people are there, we have to go and fight. Would you go to fight if Leroy said, go fight for me? Like there's a big bunch of goons standing in front and Leroy goes, go fight for me. Would you fight for him? No, he wouldn't fight for you. Would you fight for Leroy? No. Okay. Leroy, would you fight for me? What would you do if I told you, go fight for me, Leroy?
Go the other way.
Wow, he would go the other way. That sounds so cool. Yeah, we're gonna kind of have a chat after this episode is done. But yes, as Leroy said, sometimes we would not or we may not listen to instructions. But when you are the chief of the army or you have command over people, what you say gets done. So this is a craft that we're going to be doing next. For the skits that you do or the plays that you do, or if you're going to go ahead and have fancy dress competition, this is something that you can be a powerful, all-knowing and very, very respectable centurion. That's the word that's used for the army general in the Roman Empire or the Greek Empire. So what's the matter that we have today? There we go.
We need some silver wrap.
Very good.
And some scissors.
Silver wrap and scissors.
We need tape and a stapler.
Tape and stapler, very important.
We need colors and some staple pins.
Yes, extra staple pins and colors.
And we need yesterday's newspaper.
Yesterday's akhbar. This is what he said first time. Yesterday's akhbar. Kal ka akhbar. So the first thing is we're going to do is we're going to take out, I'm going to help you do this, take a strip of paper out. And while this is all going to be your creativity and how you want to do it, we need you to make like a helmet for yourselves. But that helmet has to be fancy, it has to look powerful. I will give you some tips and guidelines, but using yesterday's newspaper gives the silver foil a good base to sit on. So the first thing you have to do is put it around your head like this and measure if it, sits like so. Suzanne, can you help us? So if you put some tape here, you know that it's going to fit her exactly right. So you have the width of your head. And then you can go around building around this. You can make it, like a cape on you. You can go and put it like a crown, however you wish. But the first thing you need to do when you build something around your head, like, a safety helmet, is you measure the width. Like for Shelton, he'll just need some tape towards the edges. And we're good. So there you go. And I think I shall make one for myself too. No, it doesn't fit? Fits. Some tape. There we go. So all of us have similar heads. Can you put it again on your head and check if it fits? There you go, Sheldon. Can you cut, Leroy? So 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. Go, Sheldon. Like, all the way. Yay! That's a lot of silver foil noise. Okay. There you go. Very nice. So you cut the sides. And there. There you go. So you can use that to tape up. You can use both sides. You can make patterns. You can use the color. I'm going to go ahead and cut one. There you go. Ah, that looks nice and textured. Got a lot of texture. There you go. That's yours. That is yours. That is yours. This is mine, and I shall figure out what I have to do. All right. So what Leroy is doing here is Leroy is going flat across the entire hat. So it's going to shine through. That's nice. Some more tape. And you pinch it at the top like that, and then you pinch the other way like that. So you get this cross-like feature on top. There you go. I'm going to take a stapler and I'm going to go pinning the four sides. There you go. So this is what one version looks like. It is a band around the head. Susan, can I try this on you, please? There you go. Can you come right up front? Yay! There you go. Our little Centurion right here. Susan, how does it feel? I shall now give you, you know, and you can, what command would you give if you were an army general right now?
Go and fight for the country.
Go and fight for the country. That's a harsh one. Right up. Yay! That looks like you're really going to war. Well done. What about yours? Ooh, I like the tassels. That's. Can you turn around? Can you turn around for the camera? Yeah, like that. And that's what we call a lot of game. That's tassels on that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is with these small pieces that are remaining, we're going to. So we've got 3. Oh, we've got 4. Perfect. No crumpling. We're going to take a piece of paper and I will cut circles. I'll tell you why. So I'm just going to make a very quick circle. You can use cardboard. You can use anything you want. And I want you to either staple or stick the silver foil to this the way you want. You can use some color, because it's going to be, you know, the other thing that a lot of centurions wear or people who want to show a position wear is they will have a coin or an emblem to identify where they're from. So you have to make that either to put it on your shirt, you can wear it as a ring, but it has to be a crown and a signet. There we go. I'm just going to fold it. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use either stapler or tape. I'm just going to take the circle and I'm going to raw edge, turn in the foil on it. So I'm just going to do that. So it's going to give it that little, there we go. And this is how it looks like once you flatten it out. I shall use some pink. I'm going to use like a pink brush pen. This is an amazing discovery. I mean, yes, Leroy here showed us what brush pens are. They are like felt pens, but they paint like watercolors. So I'm going to make like a small gem pink, let's say, diamond of sorts in the middle. And give it a black border so it looks like a diamond has been, pink diamond has been set into silver. There we go. Wow, that's a square. I like that. Oh, stapler. Are you making a ring? Will that fit your ring finger? Wow, Sheldon's trying really. How about putting some tape on it, Sheldon? Is that? Ooh. Does it fit your pinky finger? Ooh, nice. And what are you going to put on top of it? Nice one. We got a ring. There you go. So, while you finish what you are doing, I am going to go ahead and tell everybody who's watching, this is the best thing you can do, not just during Christmas, you know, when you have to dress up like 3 kings, or when you have to, present the nativity scene. This is for, of course, when you want to go ahead and do a play, as I said before, or theater, or just, have fun with your friends. It's a nice thing to do. And probably birthday parties. Parents, I know you think a lot about what to do. You can have a era-based theme party where you can go ahead and make your really, 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 really important kids really, really important people. Princesses, and of course, kings and queens. So it's a good way to put a story across and get everybody around you interested. I don't know if it fits me, so I'm going to check now. It does. It looks a little funny, but it does. There we go. Ready, Leroy? Lovely. So considering Leroy is done, I'm going to add a little bit of a touch to this. Just hold on. I'll be right back. All right. So I went and I got myself some cloth. It can be any color. It could be a dupatta. It could be a piece of cloth, whatever you like. And some pins, which of course parents, I request you to use only and not hand them to any child. So I've got 2 pins, and of course I have got. So Leroy, I shall now knight you. Come on. You have to wear your, there we go, Centurion. Leroy, how cool's that? We're going to use this coin that was made by Leroy. But first, we shall. You take the piece of cloth and you drape it like so. We're going to take a small pin, come ahead, and pin it up. There we go. 1 pin there. And then the next pin is going to keep in place this amazing coin that Leroy has made. Leroy looks very tensed right now. He thinks I'm going to hurt him. I won't. Well, here you go. Doesn't he look like an actual, Centurion? What order would you give us if you were to now become an army general? Let's watch football together. Would that be the order? No, okay. All right, there you go, Shelton. You've got a ring on. Well done. There you go. And of course, right there. It fits. So now I've got something for Shelton and Susan. There you go, Shelton. If you were to be now an army general, we'd do no work for you. You'd be a great army. Later. Another pin to keep it in place. These 3 amazing kids, right now Centurions, are going to go out and come back, and by then we'll have a story ready for you. All right, so let's go out to the army. If we have, and I shall wear my crown first. Hold on. Yes, we're coming. I'll hold my crown. Come on. There we go. Well, we just saw an activity and of course a craft that is leading to a story from the Bible. Why not let's just go ahead and hear it the way it is written in the book of Matthew. Stella, can you please read for us?
When he entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, appealing to him and saying, Lord, my servant is lying at home paralyzed, in terrible distress. And he said to him, I will come and cure him. The centurion answered, Lord, I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but only speak a word, and my servant will be healed. For I also am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. And I say to one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes. And to my slave, Do this, and the slave does it. When Jesus heard him, he was amazed, and said to those who followed him, Truly I tell you, in no one in Israel have I found such faith. I tell you, many will come from east and west, and will eat with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven, while the heirs of the kingdom will be thrown into the outer darkness, where they will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And to the centurion Jesus said, Go, let it be done for you according to your faith. And the servant was healed in that hour.
Wow, so that is the story that we'd like to tell you with, of course, the centurion and Jesus right here. So stay right there while we get them on the set. Well, we just heard Stella read from the book of Matthew. It's a story about a centurion, someone who is in power and authority and knew what it means to make an army work for him. He also believed that Jesus was the Son of God and he could do so much more even without moving from the place he is. And guess what? Even today, God can do so much more without moving from the place he is in, and that is in heaven. So, he is all powerful, almighty, and he can do anything because he is in control. Your faith can not just heal you, but make you happier and, of course, can give you so much hope to look forward to. So stay right tuned in, and I hope, if not for school or college or for the church, you make yourself a lovely Centurion helmet and try it on in front of your mirror. It's time for us to say goodbye to you. Come on, guys. There we go. See you next time and tell me your story.